Welcome to the EE Mobile Series in partnership with Fnatic and OnePlus. I'm Motic, joined here by AC. How are you doing today, AC?
Doing pretty good. So 16 players came into the competition. Only 8 came out, and we've already filtered out 6. So 2 more to go, and it's tonight that we're going to solve who is going to pass to the grand finals, or actually to the double elimination tournament. It's going to happen in England. But before that...
Yep, we're going to have a quick look at the format just first. So we got 4 groups of 4 players, single round robin, best of 3. Top 2 from each group qualifies for the offline finals on January the 20th in the BT Studios in London.
Exactly, and the grand finalist who wins over everyone else is going to get a direct ticket to the Fnatic roster. All expenses paid into their gaming house, courtesy of EE.
Yep, so we'll have a look at how all the groups have been doing so far. So we're doing Group A today. We got Clanking, Echo, Raf, TJ, Trav.
Exactly, and we've already went through Group B where Dado and Ben beat over Young Olo and Zaki, the killer, as well.
Yep, we got Group C, Thunderstruck and Will are going through to London. Group D, Tom and Big Bad Julesy, they're going to be going through. Exactly.
Unfortunately, Jokage Golem and Super Zephyr did not make the cut and went home a little bit earlier. All these 6 players are ready and waiting for the last 2 contenders, which are going to be determined here in Group A. Who do you think are going to be our favorites here?
For Group A, I don't know any players from Group A, to be honest with you. I've never heard of any of their names, to be honest with you, so I can't really say who I'd say. I haven't seen any of them play, so I don't know what they're like.
It's a clean slate for these players. Actually, 2 of them changed names, I believe. It was TJ, Trav, and Echo recently changed their names thanks to the little updates that Clash Royale did to their name-changing procedures.
Yep, only 500 gems to actually change your name now, whereas you couldn't at all before. You only had 1 free one. But we're going to have a look at today's players and, well, who they're playing against today.
Exactly. So we're going to open up today's matches with Roth versus Echo. All the games are played in best of 3, reminder. So after that first best of 3, we're going to go with TJ Trav versus Clanking.
Yep, we got Raf versus Clanking. We got Echo versus TJ Trav. We got Raf versus TJ Trav. And to finish it off, we got Clanking versus Echo. So
yeah, exactly. So since we don't know much about these players, they probably did their homework. They probably should have done their homework at least, and they know what they're up against. All these players came from all these 16 players came from a close qualifier, really, and they filtered out over dozens of players. Only 16 came out. They were divided into these 4 groups, and we're down to 6 right now.
Yeah, yep, we're done 6, I think, left. Yeah, so we've got Raf, Eco actually coming up first. What decks do you think they're going to come out with? Are we going to see some RG decks again? Are we going to see some Barbarian Hut decks? Or are we going to see something a little bit off meta?
It's curious because we haven't seen that many Barbarian Huts as we were expecting. Yeah, we did see a lot of Battle Rams. We did see a lot of Royal Giants. We did see a lot of 3 Musketeers.
Yep, so a little bit double Prince, but that didn't work out whatsoever. So
double Prince we saw once. Well, what we did see was something that actually came out on a few grand challenges recently, which was the Lava Hound with the Prince. So a little bit of an adaptation with the Lava Hound slash the balloon, and they cut off the balloon completely and just added in a Prince. So
yeah, I mean, I've never ever seen that deck before, but it worked really well, I feel. So
yeah, it's been working well.
I think it took a game off of, who was it against? Was it?
I'm unsure, but it definitely took a game out last Tuesday on Group C, if I'm not mistaken. But it was only down to 3 players. It was Will versus Thunderstruck, if I'm not mistaken. It was a really close match. Yep. It went to all 3 games, and it was Will that was running that deck, if I'm not mistaken. Yep. But it was consistently banned as well. Yep.
I mean, they both went through anyway, so both really good players. I know Thunderstruck's really strong. Not really seen much of Will, to be honest with you, but we're actually going to have a look at the bans that are just coming up here. We got Expo banned, and we have Battle Ram banned as well. I think the Expo band's really good. Expo is a really strong card, I feel, at the moment, and Battle Ram in exactly the same position. So Battle Ram taking a lot of decks out. I feel he takes out your Bridge Spam, takes out your 3 Musketeer decks, and Expo is just mainly 2.9. So
yeah, Expo has been seeing a lot of gameplay recently, especially with the Tesla and the Tesla buffs for that matter. And it's been kind of a Bridge Spam with the Tesla, because it's 2 structures that are really, really hard to take down. Even if you have a big tank to tank out the Expo, you need to still get there, and you have the Tesla slowing you down. And you also, I mean, there's a lot of clear within those 2 structures, and they're 2 structures that are easily taken down. So you can't really passively take down the Tesla with poison, for example, because it just goes underground. It takes no damage whatsoever.
Yep, definitely. So, yeah, I mean, the poison is a good option to take out the Expo, but like you said, you can't get on that Telsa. The Telsa will do so much damage to any tank, any little units. It hits so much faster than it ever did before. But we're getting to the first game, Raf versus Echo, and we got the Hog emote coming out first.
Hog Rider emote, exactly. We've actually seen Royal Hogs a couple of times as well. So kicking off the hostilities, we have Log versus the Barbarian Barrel, and the classic miner coming in.
Yep, I mean, they're just, I guess, throwing down some units just to see what their opponent has. And log for Barbarian Battle is a good trade, I guess. But we have the Flying Machine coming back here. The miner actually connected to the tower as well as the Flying Machine. So the Flying Machine getting loads of damage onto that right-hand side.
Dropping it to 1,500, 1,300 for that matter. There's the Electro Dragon and a Bandit. So super fast cycle decks these two players are presenting, though. Echoes has only, so far, Echo's only shown 4 of his 8 total cards.
Yep, I think...
oh, there's the deck we were discussing.
Yep, it's the same deck that I think it was Will that actually played that deck, so we'll see how this actually turns out. Because, I mean, Raph does have the anti-air there, but he has put it down his Electro Dragon ready. He's got these minions here, but I don't know if the minions are going to be enough to take this down. They're not.
That's the thing we were discussing last time with the Lava Hound. If it's a very, very niche type of card, because it's a super heavy tank, and it's a flying tank that only focuses down towers, so it's super hard to take it down. And when it does die, it explodes into lava pups. So that's adding problems to the already problematic tank that you have on the field. And with the Prince, I mean, it also costs a lot, so that's going to sacrifice the tower there on Echo's side.
Yep, so Echo's tower goes down straight away. I think Raph has actually got quite a good deck. That Flying Machine has had so much value on that tower, got so much damage down. I think the Flying Machine pretty much took down the tower by itself, to be honest with you.
It probably is true. I mean, if Echo, right now Echo doesn't really have anything to clear out semi-large minions that you fly in this case. If he had the minions or anything really, he probably would be able to take down the Flying Machine. So far, the only thing that he realistically has to take it down is the Infernal Dragon or the Baby Dragon.
Yeah, I think the Baby Dragon would be a good option, but I don't think he had it in his hand there. He didn't have the elixir. He put the Infernal Dragon down. I mean, the Infernal Dragon is good, but you can see here that the Electro Dragon is just stopping all the damage here. But with the Bandit charging onto the Prince, that's going to stop the Prince from getting any damage done. A really nice defense here. Got the Electro Dragon down on the left-hand side. I really feel Raph does have this game, to be honest with you. He's still got 1 card to show, but it looks like he's taking this one.
It's 1 card to show, 30 seconds left. The lowest tower that Echo has is the right-hand tower, and he's trying to focus down the left-hand tower thanks to the aggressiveness of Ralph, so he's got this game under control so far.
Yeah, I think he maybe just doesn't want to push on the right-hand side. He hasn't got a tower to back up his Lava Hound, so it probably is a good option to actually go on the left-hand side. Otherwise, something would go straight on top of that Lava Hound.
There's a miner. 8 seconds left.
Doesn't like it. He's going to have enough time till that Electro Dragon's still sitting there with full HP. 2 seconds to go.
Oh, amazingly played then. Amazingly played, absolutely, by Ralph here. Took down the first tower. Again, the Flying Machine had so much value in his deck, and you pointed out perfectly. And Echo had nothing to really take down the Flying Machine for that matter. He had the Infernal Dragon, he had the Baby Dragon, but once that Flying Machine locked down to the tower and has such a big range, has the same range as the Musketeer. Once it locks down to the tower, it deals a ton of damage. And if it's not responded, it's a problem.
Yep, I mean, the best option, I guess, there maybe is to take Fireball against that Flying Machine, shuts it down straight away. You did have the Poison, but the Poison is just going to take so long to actually take the Flying Machine. The Flying Machine is always going to get damaged on there, so.
Exactly. He had a Poison Miner type build there, but the thing about the Poison Miner is that you don't really run Poison and Fireball at the same time. It's not really cost efficient, and in this scenario, probably Fireball over the Poison, given the aggressiveness that Clanking, that Raph was throwing at Echo, was probably a better option. I mean, you can't really guess your opponent's deck. You can only see a couple of more recent games that he played. But regardless, Fireball would have done a lot more. Because let's be honest, Roth didn't really have that many spam cards to make that Poison be valuable.
Yeah, definitely. The Lava Hound just couldn't get through. He didn't have enough to back it up. Maybe I think he should have held on to that Baby Dragon there. So if he held on to the Baby Dragon on the first push with the Lava Hound, he might have been able to take that on the right-hand side. He might have been able to take the tower down. But we're coming into the second game now. We got Raph versus Echo. We've got a miner going on both sides for both players. But actually, a Prince coming out for Raph this time, so I wonder if he's running this Lava Hound Prince deck.
That'd be interesting. I mean, see, that's the problem. Last game, what we start off by seeing, there's a Hunter. But last game, what we start off by seeing was both players throwing down a lot, throwing down the Barbarian Barrel, and not really showing much of their deck, just a fast cycle going around so they could get to their key cards. And not really a lot was manifested that would imply that he would need to save that Baby Dragon. But obviously, probably those the more valuable cards are probably a good idea to save down. But now we have a Mega Minion with a giant push.
Yeah, we got Sparky coming out on the left-hand side for Echo, but I do not think it's going to be able to take that giant down fast enough before it gets enough damage. The Mega Minion is still connected to the tower, still swinging away on that tower, so Echo is not looking good right now.
No, I mean, if the Sparky connects against the tower, Oh, it's a giant Sparky deck. I haven't seen one of those in a while, but yeah, this is the demise of the Sparky. It's the Electro Wizard, and there's not a second unit on Echo's side to really stop that zap from the Electro Wizard.
Yep, that Sparky is getting no value whatsoever. I mean, that Electro Wizard just shuts it down completely. I think this Echo's tower on the left-hand side is pretty much going to go down now. Yep, GG. I think I've actually seen Raph before. I'd say that I've never seen these players before. I think Raph is one of those names I've actually seen a couple of times before in many other little tournaments throughout Clash Royale. So he's playing really well this time around. I don't think there's much Echo can do whatsoever. I mean, he's got a nice deck, but it's just getting shut down by that Electro Wizard. Yeah,
you'd probably need some more, or a form of having more minions. Look, if you look at Echo's hand, if you look at his cards, there's not a single card that drops more than 1 unit at a time. It's all single unit based cards. So in order to really take away the value from the Electro Wizard on the Sparky, you probably need more than 1 unit to draw out his two zaps, because he throws out 2 zaps. So you're not getting enough value with that Sparky deck. But the deck is there. You can understand what he's trying to do. It's just being shut down so fast and so well by Roth.
Yep, he's got that zap. He's got the Electro Wizard as well, so that just completely shuts down that Sparky. I mean, the Sparky is still coming forward the right-hand side, so you never know.
Oh.
Could get some shots on the tower. Log is going up.
Oh, the zap!
Don't think it's going to get the shot off. No, it's way too low HP. Man, if he got that one hit in, that tower would have almost gone down.
Problem is, there's not much time left on the clock. 20 seconds, and Rolf, all he has to do is defend. It's a giant, yeah, but Rolf has such a good cycle on his deck, such strong cards to cycle through. 900 HP is all that Echo is managing to get that tower down to.
Yep, there's no chance of Echo ever coming back from this. We've got the Prince coming forward. We've got the giant going in the right-hand tower, and that should be game. Really well played there. That was quick. That was quick from Raf. Really well played there from Laf.
Can't complain. I mean, Rolf showed up to be a really amazing player. Echo still has a couple of things that he needs to fix up on his deck. The biggest problem I saw with this Sparky deck, I mean, you had the basic Sparky deck on your hand, but what was missing was that multi minion type card.
Yep, really probably something like a poison maybe would have helped them out a little bit better, but still, with having Electro Wizard plus having that zap in the deck, there's absolutely nothing you can do with an Sparky unless your opponent makes a huge mistake. So
yeah, and this is some of the value that we saw coming out from the Flying Machine. Poison was also great. I mean, on that play, he took out the Lava Hound, he took out the Lava Pups as well. Bandit was just an added bonus, and realistically, Echo could never get the charge off thanks to that Electro Dragon, and on the second game, thanks to the Electro Wizard.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, like, Electro Dragon was one of the stronger cards, I feel, but lately I haven't seen it played as much, to be honest with you. There's been other decks played, but Electro Dragon, when it first came out, everyone was playing it. It was on every single person's deck, but you don't see it as much anymore.
Yeah, we saw it.
It's used it to his advantage. So
it's true. We saw it on the first week. We saw the Electro Dragon have a little bit of gameplay, but not as much as we honestly would have expected, given the actual game, the actual preference that players had on it on the World Championship. But I guess people just started finding other strategies because it is a 5 elixir cost card.
Yeah, it's quite an expensive card. I mean, it's probably only to go against some decks, I guess. I mean, it's zapping, it's slowing all the time. It doesn't actually do that much damage to its target because it hits 3 targets, and obviously it's flying. It's got quite a bit of range to it as well. I feel it's a strong card. It's not a card I've actually played much recently. We're running P.E.K.K.A. Bridge spam at the moment just for the global tournaments and stuff like that. So just an easy deck to play.
It's true. But that being said, that's 2-0. I mean,
2-0. Straight away, that's easy games.
Exactly. So right after this first best of 3, we're gonna have Trav versus Clanking. It's the other 2 players that haven't played yet, but right now Ralph is sitting on that top of the table.
He is. I think one more game and I guess he goes through to London straight away.
Yeah. Yes, it's usually what we've been seeing. So one player usually goes undefeated. One player, well, can't win a game. Unfortunately, we haven't really seen a group so far out of the 4 groups that has had players win against each other. Yep. There's a clear skill gap between these between the top 2 and the bottom 2.
Yep, 100%. I mean, what was it? I think Ben came out top on the one. He was a really strong player. Thunderstruck, obviously. I think he dropped 1 game, but he was dominating throughout the rest of the tournament. He used a lot more diverse, different decks that people haven't actually seen before. So it's really hard to counter a deck that you've never seen before.
It's true, and that could be said about most of the groups, really. I mean, you had a couple of players that played the same deck over and over again, but had a little bit of variety on their lineup. But most of the players that passed had a lot of variety in their decks.
Yeah, they had a lot of diversity, definitely. I just feel like, I think that's the best way to go. You don't want to stick to the one deck, because, I mean, you could go on ladder, you could stick to the one deck, you could push to rank 1, but seeing competitive play, somebody would just destroy you because they know your deck inside out, but they know how to counter it. So.
Yeah. One card we haven't really been seeing that much, or we haven't been seeing at all, has been the cannon card. You've used it against me.
I like the cannon card. It's,
I did too.
It's actually, like, if it comes to stuff like drafts, stuff like that, you know, like draft challenges, I'll always pick the cannon card. You put it at the bridge, it just goes so fast over the bridge, and I just feel you can get a really good connection straight away. But we're going to look at the bans between TJ, Trav, and Clanking. So we've got 3 Musketeers and Barbarian Hut banned. We've actually seen no Barbarian Huts in this EE mobile series so far.
Yeah, I mean, we're not going to see this series as well because it's completely banned, and so is the 3 Musketeers. And 3 Musketeers has been a very prominent card here throughout the group stages. A lot of players have used it. A lot of players have put it in the back, split it around, and have just a cycle around the 3 Musketeers. But it's not going to be played here as well. So we have to wait and see exactly what these players are expecting to come. So DJ Trey might be expecting Clanking to throw a Battle Ram at him, so we'll have to wait and see.
Yeah, we'll go wait and see. I probably would go for the Battle Ram, considering the Barbarian Hut is banned, and it stops actually the Battle Ram pretty well. But we're just building up Elix right now, nothing really going down. Yeah, we got the bowler in the back, so we might have a splash. I think it's Splash Yard, or maybe Splash Royal Giant, Royal Giant coming out from Clanking.
Yeah, but Clanking is going to start off with the bowler, probably have a Baby Dragon in store as well. And this is a card that I really feel like has a lot of value against the Splash deck, is the Infernal Dragon. The Infernal Dragon deals very well with the Baby Dragon, deals very well with the bowler, but this was an amazing Tornado by Clanking.
Yep, really nice Tornado. The bowler does go down, but not without getting a bowl on that tower on the right-hand side. I think they're running quite similar decks, though. I mean, they both got Infernal Dragon in their deck. Clanking hasn't shown his Baby Dragon yet, but I guess he's had nothing to play it against.
So far, similar decks. The only difference we see is between the Tornado and the actual Fireball. There's the first Baby Dragon being dropped down by Clanking. And a Royal Giant.
Royal Giant coming up the right-hand side. Inferno Dragon going down as well, so this is looking like a good push.
Oh, what a freeze.
TJ Trav. That was really nice freeze, but that Baby Dragon just doesn't do enough damage, I'd say. Getting another shot in the tower from that Royal Giant, or the first shot from the tower in the Royal Giant.
But it did stop the Infernal Dragon from Gatling down on the Baby Dragon, which gave him enough time to take down the Royal Giant. I mean, it's a 5-second freeze. They changed it so the freeze would not scale with level, but the damage itself does.
Yep.
It's a flat 5 seconds. It's a long time to have.
I think it is definitely a good option, because I mean on ladder I think it froze for like 7-8 seconds, which is just way too much time. But we've got push coming on the left hand side. We got the Graveyard actually connecting to the tower. Nothing from TJ Trav to take this down hardly. So
Ice Wizard is there.
Down. The Ice Wizard is there, but just way too slow to take down that Graveyard.
It does attack an AoE, the Ice Wizard, but it's not enough area of effect damage to really take down where all the skeletons are spawning from, which dropped the tower to a very unhealthy at 159 HP. And that is a very defensive Royal Giant. It's going to allow TJ Trav to really set up behind it, but so far that's not the case. He's waiting for a response from Clanking.
Yep, I don't think Clanking. I don't think TJ Trav has a really good countered Graveyard, so this is going to be his problem. And getting a Royal Giant over the bridge is going to be so hard, especially with an Inferno Dragon flying about in Clanking's deck.
That's the thing. DJ has the Baby Dragon. He has the Barbarian Barrel. The answers are there. He just needs to use them properly. And right now, that's not happening. Look at that freeze just dropping down and managing to let the Graveyard do its job.
Yep, completely taken down there. If TJ Trav actually went for a Poison instead of that Fireball in his deck, which is not really what you run, I guess, in this Royal Giant deck, it probably would have worked out a lot better for him. But he couldn't predict his opponent going Graveyard, So
that's the last few seconds of gameplay. The freeze coming in so MVP.
That is an amazing freeze, to be honest. I like those defensive freeze, because you look at his towers, Clanking has not lost hardly any damage in his towers. I think he got one shot on each side, TJ Trav with Royal Giant, and that was it. That freeze was amazing.
Exactly. There was just no possible build up here for TJ Trav behind that Royal Giant. It was an amazing response here from Clanking over and over again, just shutting down TJ Trav's offenses and setting up an offense of his own that was aggressive enough to force a response from TJ Trav, completely having to abandon his own push.
Yep, I mean, what does TJ Trav do now? I mean, if he goes for a counter for Graveyard, Clanking switches up, goes for something completely different to Graveyard. Yeah. TJ Trav is just in the back foot at the moment. Exactly.
I mean, Graveyard was an amazing win condition here for Clanking, absolutely. But I think that he could have probably gone away with it without the actual Graveyard. He was able to stop away TG Travis's pushes so well, they could probably build up a nice push around the bowler himself.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, the Polar is more like a backup card. I guess you want to use that with the Graveyard. But yeah, if it gets connected to your tower, gets the freeze down, you can get so much damage done. So I just wonder if he's going to switch up his deck, if they're going to be running something a little bit similar. I think TG Trav needs to put those little counters to Graveyard, maybe Archers, maybe Poison, something along that lines to take down Clanking's Graveyard. But again, we don't know if he's going to go Graveyard, so we just need to see where he goes.
Again, I would really like to see TG Trav play around his opponent's deck a little bit better. He had, again, he had options against the Graveyard. He was just not using them properly because he wanted to defend his Royal Giant. So as soon as he saw the Graveyard down, he already had used the Barbarian Barrel. He already had used the Baby Dragon, which would be decent enough responses to this card.
Yeah, I don't think they're... I mean, Barbarian Barrel is just to finish off the skeletons.
Yeah.
I mean, the Baby Dragon is a bit too slow. It's like the Ice Wizard, so it's just way too slow, I feel, for taking it down. You need something a little bit faster hitting Goblins. I guess Goblins are not good against the freeze now, but Goblins or Archers or something along that lines just clears up the Graveyard so much easily.
Well, so far so good. Clanking seems to be running the same type of deck. However, TG Trav did switch it up. He's got himself a Bandit and the Miner going on.
Yeah, maybe looks like a Miner Cycle chip deck.
Electro Wizard, yeah, it looks decent enough. I mean, Miner Bandit are pretty good chippers on the enemy towers.
Yeah, they are 100%. We got Inferno Dragon coming in the left-hand side with the Graveyard push, potentially freeze going down. He does put the poison in his deck. TG Trav completely countering that Graveyard. That's definitely a good option, I feel, even though, whoa, the Inferno Dragon connecting to the tower with a full freeze. I think he's going to be able to almost take it down. Takes it down to 1300 HP.
TG Trav is throwing down a good response. I mean, the Bandit completely connected with her dash on that left-hand tower, and now the Miner's doing its job. It's going to drop that tower down to less than 1,000 HP, really.
Inferno Dragon making his way forward as well, connecting to the tower, but a nice tornado from Clanking, not allowing it to charge up on that left-hand tower. So Clanking not looking too good right now. Just because TG Trav has put a little bit counters and he's put those minions in, he's put the poison in as well, so he's always going to be able to shut down that Graveyard, I feel.
He completely switched around his deck. Now the thing is, Clanking is lacking a bit on the defense department because he doesn't have the right response to the Bandit, he doesn't have the right response to the Miner, and that's going to allow TG Trav to really chip down free damage on Clanking's structures.
We got Bowler coming in left-hand side, so Clanking really needs to get something done here, but I know that TG Trav definitely has that poison in his hand, so that Graveyard is going to get a few chips on the tower, but not near as much as what Clanking is going to actually want.
TG Trav is one card away from, is actually dropping one card from showing us his full deck. That's a freeze on the Electro Wizard and the Infernal Dragon. It's going to do a lot of damage.
I like that freeze. I mean, he does have Zap in his deck, so he saved his Inferno Dragon and maybe actually get a little counter push off here, but he's just pushing with his bowlers now. He really just wants to push forward, but the Inferno Dragon not quite doing too much there.
Now with the Mega Knight coming down, the Ice Wizard is going to suffer a little bit, but there's a Zap. Oh, the freeze again coming in, super MVP from Clanking, probably one of his favorite cards. I mean, certainly to be one of my favorite cards, but again, that defense on the left-hand tower is failing a little bit.
Bandit is charging forward, but is he going to be able to get to the tower? No chance. We got sudden death. Clanking really needs to get something done here. It's not going to take much for TG Trav to actually take that tower down. Maybe a poison, 2 poisons, and a Miner, and that'll be game.
So far, Infernal Dragons have been really, really powerful on these players' decks. There's the Mega Knight going straight for the bowler. Mega Knight does not get interrupted by the bowler's boulder. And
doesn't get frozen either, so I think he's going to be able to jump onto the tower after clearing this up. I'm not too sure, but well,
but look at the Miner
is chipping away the tower there, so all it's going to take now is a poison zap. That's going to be game. This is a good response from TG Trav. They'll go straight for the Graveyard, trying to get that kill before the poison takes out his tower. Is he going to be able to get it? Nope. So that is 1-1.
Unfortunate. I mean, if this push from Clanking would have come earlier, he probably would have been able to take down the tower because the poison just acts so slow on the tower. But unfortunately for him, TG Trav does take down game number 2, and he's going to take this series to a 3rd game.
Yep, I think he just had so much pressure on him at the end there. He couldn't go for that Graveyard. He kept trying to build up his tanks at the bridge, his bowlers, his baby dragons, just stuff like that. The stuff he needs to tank for his Graveyard, and just couldn't get through.
Yeah, and let's be honest here. TJ Trav really built a deck around Clanking's deck himself.
I told you, it was a hard counter to Graveyard deck. He had the hardest counter probably you could ever have to that Graveyard deck, purely because of the poison, the minions, Electro Wizard to slow anything coming forward, so nothing was really getting over the bridge there.
He basically had 6 defensive cards, and then he had the Bandit and the Miner to just chip down the tower.
Yep.
That's exactly what he did. Just chip it down with the Miner, chip it down with the Bandit, and
that's all you need. That's all you need. Just
let the rest of the 6 cards defend the base.
Yep. I mean, it's just a minor poison deck, so I feel those decks are still really strong right now.
No, they are.
Yep.
They are, and that's going to be game number 2. We still have one more game to go. 1-1. I mean, what can we expect now? Could Clanking go for another deck, or will he be doing the same thing? He should. He definitely should.
He's not going to get... I mean, if TJ Trav goes for that same deck, Clanking goes for the same deck, he's just going to lose again, so he needs to switch his decks up right now. He did go... I think it's the right option, though, because, I mean, you got your opponent in the back foot. You go for the same Graveyard deck you just beat them with. If they haven't responded to it properly the previous game, it's definitely good to go for that deck again.
Oh, my!
So we're going from some bridge spam here from Clanking. Bridge spamming his P.E.K.K.A. plus his Bandit. Echo has no response right now.
Wait a minute. Echo might be in trouble here because there hasn't been a single response from him yet. He might actually be disconnected from this game. Because that's going to be game if the P.E.K.K.A. connects to the tower. That is game. Oh, that's very unfortunate. That's why you...
He may have picked a card that he wasn't supposed to pick, though, so he didn't show it.
He didn't. So the game would probably go on, but, I mean, that's unfortunate. My best guess is that he probably ran out of battery in his cell phone. That does happen. Unless you have a OnePlus 16.
Yep, OnePlus, and you would never have a problem.
Probably. Probably not. But in this case, that's... I mean... Easy peasy for Clanking. I mean, he thanks his opponent for the kind of game, but unfortunate, really.
Free 3 crown.
Free 3 crown. Yeah, that's true. There's a pun in there somewhere. Somewhere.
It's hidden.
But 2-1, Clanking takes a series down and moves into tie with Roth. In the bottom of the table right now, we have TJ, Trav, and Echo.
I don't know why he bridge spammed that there, because you would never, ever normally just put a P.E.K.K.A. at the bridge, put a Bandit afterwards, and push. There's no chance. There must be something behind this right now.
I don't know.
Must have known something was up.
Maybe. Maybe not. We can't really be sure on that because it was a justifiable push. I mean, the P.E.K.K.A. is a very heavy tank. The Bandit is a great pusher, so the P.E.K.K.A. would be tanking for the Bandit while the Bandit was just chipping out of the tower. The defense wouldn't have been easy, but it would have been plausible. We didn't get to see the rest of Clanking's deck.
This is true, but I don't know. That's just not a style of play you go for. I'd never, ever, ever, ever.
You don't say that. Don't you say that? You just said you have.
I've watched so many Clash Royale tournaments. I've never seen anyone.
You just told me. You just told me you have been playing with the bridge spam P.E.K.K.A. deck. Before we started, you said on the intro. You told me you've been playing with the bridge spam P.E.K.K.A. deck. So. You can't tell me it doesn't happen. Okay,
so we've just got confirmation that the wrong person joined the game there, so we're just going to be going into that game again.
Okay, so that was not TG Trav that was on the game. That was unfortunate.
Actually, it wasn't. Was that who was it?
We don't know.
I thought that was that not Echo? Yeah, Echo. There we go. I was wondering there for a second because I thought Echo already played.
Yeah, it wasn't Echo. Echo had already lost. He didn't have enough. So wrong player joins, so we're going to have a remake of that third and last game of this series. And now with the players correct, Clanking on the bottom-hand side and TJ Trav on the top-hand side.
We do have TJ Trav. This time he's got Royal Ghost coming in the back. We've got P.E.K.K.A. in the back.
All right, it's not a bridge spam P.E.K.K.A., but it's a backline P.E.K.K.A. Don't worry about it.
We do have a bit of bridge spam coming to the left-hand side from TJ Trav. Going to get shut down by this Electro Wizard. Maybe still got a little bit of damage off there because those Barbarians do end up taking down that Electro Wizard.
That Barbarian's going to get a swing off it. It's P.E.K.K.A. versus P.E.K.K.A. now.
I think they're actually running my P.E.K.K.A. bridge spam deck that I've been running previously. They're both running actually the same deck. They must be watching the stream. They must be listening to the best decks out there.
Yeah, I mean, it's a plausibility. But that P.E.K.K.A. is going to go through. He's probably not going to get to the tower regardless.
Still needs to do something about it. Clanking running a slightly different version though. Okay. He is running the Dark Goblin in his deck, and I don't think TJ Trav actually has Dark Goblin in his deck. So.
We still have 3 cards to go. It could still be a possibility. We do have the Goblin Gang to try to stop the Ghost King, the Ghost King, but fortunately he gets taken down by the last Spear Minion, or by the last Spear Goblin.
Really, really nice round there from Clanking, shutting down that Royal Ghost.
And backhand, we do have the Battle Ram going to be responded with a P.E.K.K.A.
he's probably just maybe baiting up the P.E.K.K.A. a little bit here, because now, I mean, Clanking's definitely going to be able to take down that Barbarian barrel, but TJ Trav is going to have the help from the tower to take down that P.E.K.K.A. plus maybe have an Electro Wizard in the back to slow it all down.
Oh, but he baited the Electro Wizard on the left-hand side, so he had a free Battle Ram on the right-hand side. Pretty curious play, pretty smart play here by Clanking.
Yep, loads of damage getting done to the right-hand side. 1400 HP now on TJ Trav's tower.
And Abandon being dropped down. Oh no, this is not the target that the Dark Goblin was, or the Clanking wanted the Dark Goblin to go for. Really
nice defense there, getting their charge with the Bandit, but reducing that damage dramatically. Clanking. All right, double elixir now, so this is where everything's going to speed up. Let's see what they go for. We've got a log coming the right-hand side.
Log.
Yep, just Cycle Log, getting a little bit of damage done on the tower. He can't afford it right now. And we've got the P.E.K.K.A. going to shut down Royal Ghost completely. But TJ Trav might have a good counter push here. He's got the Electro Wizard behind. He's got that P.E.K.K.A. coming forward as well. But Poison going down, getting more chip damage, and even more chip damage on that tower.
That Poison did force the minion card to be placed a little bit forward, so he's going to be in Dark Goblins. Oh no, the Bandit over the river with the dash. Pretty good placement there by TJ Trav. Electro Wizard's coming down. Tower drops to 1800 HP, but the right-hand tower from TJ Trav is dangerously low.
That's what I like about the Bandit, though. It just charges in, just snipes things, and does such a good job at doing it.
Dark Goblin.
P.E.K.K.A. defending here, but this P.E.K.K.A.'s not really going to get much done. I do not think we got defensive P.E.K.K.A. from TJ Trav. Counter push on the left-hand side from Clanking.
Could be interesting. The Electro Wizard's not on rotation for TJ Trav. It just came out, though. But is it going to be enough to stop this heavy push from Clanking on the left-hand side?
I think that might be almost tower. All it needs to do now is get a little spell in, and that is it. Clanking takes the game. Really well played there. Clanking, he did actually just dominate there, to be honest with you. I mean, TJ Trav came back there, destroyed his graveyard deck, but Clanking switching up his decks a little bit, and that's, again, what you need to do in these series.
Yeah. Third game, on the first game, it was all Clanking. Nobody knew what they were gonna, what the opponent was gonna play. Second game, TJ Trav went for the full counter on Clanking's initial deck. It worked because Clanking used the same deck. On the third game, both players used something different. You wouldn't be using the same deck to get countered that way. So Clanking just played it better. Yep. It was virtually the same deck, really.
It was virtually. I mean, the Dark Goblin, I think, was what was the only difference in the deck. I think Dark Goblin's definitely a strong card, to be honest with you.
Yeah, there was one card we didn't get to see from TJ Trav throughout the whole third game. But on the recap, we do see that Clanking just had the better game idea. Gotta be honest here. So the freeze graveyard really put a number on TJ Trav's tower. Had no response or had no legitimate response for it. Not one that was cost efficient, at least. And
it's the defensive freezes from Clanking as well as what I think that won in the game. If he didn't have those defensive freezes, the damage from it, he would have taken so much damage from that Royal Giant, I think.
Yeah, having the presence of mind to really put your own cards to that versatile use is part of the way to be in Fnatic, really.
Yeah, 100%. You need to be diverse to be in one of these big esports teams, and a team like Fnatic with many extremely pro players, you need to keep up with them.
This is the third and last game we saw. I mean, pretty amazing push here from Clanking. The right-hand tower was really low, but it was the left one that actually dropped because Clanking basically forced TJ Trav to overcommit to the right tower and just spammed the left-hand side. Yep.
If you let those goblins connect, even with one barbarian tank, you can see how much goblins damage do. You can't let goblins connect to your tower. They just chip away so fast and do so much damage.
It's easy to take them down. You just need a log, you just need a barbarian barrel, and they're dead. It's super cost efficient to take them down, but at the same time, it's super easy to ignore them because it's just a goblin gang. And what bad does a goblin gang do? Well, I mean, we just saw what a Goblin Gang can do.
Goblin Gang can do so much damage. I mean, it can get taken down by log instantly. If you do not have that log and you just have the zap, it can just chip away at your tower and take it down in no time.
Especially with the aid of the Bandit. And, well, you didn't have a Miner, but we did have the Bandit, and we have the P.E.K.K.A. defending on the right-hand side, so good game for Clanking.
Right, we're going to take a short break right now. We're going to come back with Rav and Clanking, so we'll see you guys in a few minutes.
The brand new
OnePlus 6T.
This looks like you have a phone from the future.
These have been consistently the fastest phones I use.
Welcome back to the EE Mobile Series in partnership with Fnatic and OnePlus. I am Motic, joined here by AC. How are we doing, AC?
Still good since last time.
I think you're doing pretty amazing.
These couple of games were filling. They were filling. They were enough to tell me that every single group so far has a meta within it. Right now, the meta is Infernal Dragons.
Yep.
So far, all 4 players have used Infernal Dragon, and in previous groups, we had their own meta within that group. But Infernal Dragon has been the predominant card here, alongside the Electro Wizard as well, to try to counter that. But I guess it's different days, different metas. I mean, that's a magic of Clash Royale, really.
Yeah, it changes every single day, to be honest with you. So
you're right.
Yeah, just something stuck in the back of my throat just a little bit there. Yeah, I mean, it changes all the time. The Inferno Dragon's really good because you've got a lot of tanks running, you've got Giants running about, you've got P.E.K.K.A.s running about. You need something to deal with those cards, and Inferno Dragon is probably the best one. Yeah,
especially considering that you have such problematic cards like the Battle Ram with the Barbarian Hut. And what's used to counter that card? Those 2 cards, it's the Bowler and the Baby Dragon. What counters the Baby Dragon and the Bowler? The Infernal Dragon or the Infernal Tower. But the Infernal Tower is a little bit more restrictive because it's stationary.
Yeah, it just sits there. It's not as good, definitely, because I mean, you could probably get a graveyard down first and then bait that Inferno Tower away a little bit there, but it's not as strong a card, I feel, the Inferno Tower. But we got Wrath and Clanking coming up next. These, I think they both won their games.
Yeah. It's the 2 winners from their respective initial games or debut games on Group A, which is the last group we're gonna be discussing here, where we're gonna qualify the last 2 players. Now, Clanking versus Roth are at the top of the table. They're not gonna meet anymore throughout the group. So whoever wins might put themselves in a very, very favorable position.
Yep, let's take a look at the bans and see what these 2 players have banned. So Raph actually coming out with the Graveyard ban and the P.E.K.K.A. ban as well. So you're pretty much taking those 2 decks that we just seen completely out of it.
It's interesting because we saw Clanking use both the P.E.K.K.A. and the Graveyard, but Graveyard was definitely Clanking's key card. P.E.K.K.A. has been a more generalist card alongside the Infernal Dragon here in Group A. Has been used defensively, P.E.K.K.A. has been a very versatile card, definitely worthy of a ban here. But we do have the Barbarian Hut and the 3 Musketeers open.
I think we probably will see 3 Musketeers as well. Barbarian Hut.
My co-caster is not okay.
No, I've got something stuck in my throat. I need to get it out there.
That's fine. So, game number 1, we don't know what we're going to expect. We have already seen these players play. So with the Graveyard out of the way, with the P.E.K.K.A. out of the way, we might see some other versatile cards here to replace them, or some different deck completely. Because well, we expect these players to have multiple decks to play with. Yep.
I feel them 3 Musketeers were definitely going to see something along that lines, if not giant decks. To be honest,
we saw giants.
Yep. Once that P.E.K.K.A. kind of counters the giant a little bit, so now that giant's actually out of there, the P.E.K.K.A.'s out of there, the giant can now be played, I feel.
It's true. And when you see a giant be free like that, you probably will expect to see an Infernal Dragon come out, but at the same time, you expect the Infernal Dragon, you probably expect to see an Electro Wizard as well, or the Electro Dragon for that matter. There are 2 cards that really, I'm not going to say easy to cycle, but easy-ish to cycle.
Yeah, they're not too expensive. I mean, they're 5 elixir.
4 elixir,
I guess, 4 elixir, 5 elixir each, I think, yeah. So they're quite good cycle cards. I don't know what they're going to play, though, because these are 2 main decks, I feel, right now.
Yeah, so Clanking might pull a chip strategy where he goes in with the miner, where he goes in with the bandit as well. Maybe a little bit of poison to defend the miner and chip away with fortified defensive cards. But we'll have to wait and see in the game what these 2 players are capable of.
It would probably be a good option. I mean, P.E.K.K.A. completely shuts down miner bandit at the same time, so definitely a good option. But yeah, I mean, we've seen loads of miner poisons. I think if there isn't these 2 decks, we see miner poison decks. So I think those are the 3 decks people are rotating around at the moment. Royal Giant's in there as well, but we saw Royal Giant did not do well in the last matchup at all.
I'm also expecting to see Ralph maybe come up with a Lava Hound strategy. I think we saw, well, no, we didn't see one with Lava Hound. We saw one with the Prince. Yeah. So we might actually see a little bit of a Prince strat coming out here with the P.E.K.K.A. band. Maybe Prince Giant, like we were discussing, could be an interesting twist here. Deals with the Electro Wizard really well, but Barbarian spam is where it's at, I would say.
Yep, Barbarian Hut. You got the Battle Ram spam as well. So those really strong cards. And again, like you say, P.E.K.K.A. shuts those decks down. So I feel that P.E.K.K.A. taken out of the meta, it's just, or out of the game. I just feel you can go with so many different decks when that P.E.K.K.A.'s out of the game.
Yeah, it
Even
opens
Golem,
up.
to be honest with you. I mean, Golem,
Golem.
is
Oh,
hard
man,
countered
Golem.
by P.E.K.K.A. Most of the time. Night Witch behind Golem sometimes can take that P.E.K.K.A.
It's
down
really
in time, but it's hard to do.
It's really hard. Golem in itself is a very problematic card. It's super tanky. Tankiest card in the game, hands down. Infernal Dragon has a hard time taking it down, even Infernal Dragon, because then after the Golem is dead, it turns into 2 other mini Golems that are hard to take down by themselves. And with the Dark Witch, what happens there is the Infernal Dragon has a hard time dealing with the Golem because he's being harassed by bats.
Yep.
How do you deal with that? I mean, you can deal with that. Yeah, if you have a Zap, if you have the right cards in the rotation, you can probably deal with the Golem, but it's not a very efficient strategy. And we haven't seen a Golem yet, but it could come out.
Yep, we could actually see Golem come out. I would actually think that one of these players are going to go for Golem because, like I say, just P.E.K.K.A. is so strong against that. And the Graveyard deck out as well. I mean, Graveyard's actually pretty good against Golem as well because you put your Golem down at the back. At one side, you go for a push with the Graveyard on the opposite side. So it takes that pressure away as well.
The problem with Golem decks is that you're very vulnerable to bridge spam. Golem is an 8-cost card, and you only have 2 elixir from there on out to really work your way around your defense. So if you're being bridge spammed on the opposite side, you best pray that you have the right cards in your rotation to defend from a spam, because you're not going to do well.
Yeah, I mean, the Golem, you want to really realistically be playing the Golem when you've got a higher elixir advantage, when you've dealt with your opponent's cards, or you want to come into double elixir, you've got to pump up, something along that lines, and then you're going to be pushing with your Golem.
Exactly. I've seen actually a lot of players drop the pump completely, even in 3 Musketeers decks, which is the most expensive card in the game. I've seen them drop the pump completely and just go for, well, basically fast rotations with skeletons, with the Ice Golem, with maybe even the Hog Rider has been showing up as more recently with the rotations.
I think we've seen one pump deck. I think that was that minor 3 Musketeers pump deck, and that was the very first game basically.
It was the only pump we saw actually. But here we go, game number 1 between Ralph and Clanking. Let's see what these players have in store for us. A little smooch on the trophy there, but both players dumping. Oh my! We're just talking about the Golem. Yep,
we do have the Golem coming in the back right-hand side. Like I say, since that P.E.K.K.A. has been taken out, the Golem can just dominate from here on out. It's going to be really hard to stop that. I mean, you never know, Clanking might have a Tornado in his deck, which will help him deal with that Golem, but we're going to see if he has that card or not.
Now, there's 2 things that are being played well here by Clanking, which is the placement, or actually the timing that he placed the Furnace. It did enough damage to chip away on the left-hand tower. Now, the Golem is absolutely dead, courtesy of that Furnace plus the Lumberjack.
Yeah, I think this push is completely getting shut down here. The Electro Wizard controlling the baby dragon and no damage at all in either tower.
A little bit of damage from the Golemite.
Yeah,
I think it was a Golemite explosion, really, not the Golemite strike. But regardless, as the Furnace being put down, Ralph is a little bit behind on the rotation because it's such an expensive deck to run with the Golem. There's poison being set, but it's not going to affect the Fire Spirits.
It will, no, but it'll take it down though.
Yeah.
I mean, the Mega Minion was there, so it soaked up the damage from the Fire Spirits.
Oh no.
Poison just ended up taking it down at the end. So we got Night Witch coming in the back. It looks like Raph is going to try and go for some sort of big push here. He's got enough elixir for his Golem. Let's see if he's going to put it down.
I doubt it. I mean, oh, he is going to put it down right in front of the Dark Witch, but he's going to start the Lumberjack's going to start wailing down on the Golem. Guards are being set down as well to try to stop it. They actually get it, but they lose their shield.
Yep, we got the bats really building up behind this Golem now, so this Night Witch might actually do a decent amount of damage, but let's see what happens. Bats connection to the tower, but nothing really getting done there, and the Barbarian Barrel going down by mistake, I feel, but no damage done again, actually, to his tower on the left.
Super intelligent on his gameplay, but this was a very cost-efficient Barbarian Barrel, by the way. Took down both the Barbarian and the Electro Wizard, but yet another Furnace being set down, just chipping away at the left-hand tower.
Here we go, Raph coming in for another push again with this Golem. Night Witch in the back. Mega Minion just soaking up all the Fire Spirit damage, so I guess maybe it doesn't connect to that Night Witch, but we got a push on the opposite lane coming with the Royal Giant. Really needs to stop this. Lumberjack going down.
And this is what
Lumberjack should easily be able to clear it out.
This is what I was talking about. The overcommitment to one single lane with the Golem and leaving the other lane completely free for bridge spam. But the problem is now you're not really in rotation to defend from the Golem, and look at that spam.
Yep, Raf is taking that tower in the left-hand side, easily taking that tower down.
Oh, the right-hand side as well.
Clanking just overcommitting with that Royal Giant. I don't think Royal Giant's really that good a card right now. Especially with the kind of, these players are dealing with that Royal Giant really well. I feel when it was first buffed, a lot of people didn't know how to deal with it, but now players are really controlling that Royal Giant.
This is the problem with the Golem deck. I mean, it's super easy to stack behind it. It's super tanky. It gives you more than enough time, especially if you put it in the back. It gives you more than enough time to really recycle your own elixir and to bring on some really powerful cards. In this case, it was a Dark Witch, and it was the Lumberjack that really put a number on Clanking's side of the field. It looked really good for Clanking. He was defending really, really well. But as soon as we got to the double elixir point, everything went south for Clanking.
Yep, at the double elixir point, the Golem plays his best. So you need to have loads of damage in your opponent's tower before that double elixir point. Otherwise, they're just going to take you in one push.
Yeah.
It's happened to me so many times.
It's true. I mean, that's the thing I was talking about. I mean, you either overcommit to one side and try to outpush the Golem, or it's game, because there's just not much you can do. The Furnace was amazing on the first few sets that it ran through, but then it was out of tempo. The Furnace was just being placed out of tempo. When the Golem got there, the Furnace was already gone. Then he didn't have it for the rotation, and on this last push, this was especially true. The Furnace was gone.
Yep.
He had no cards to rotate from, and the Golem just had a free path down to the left-hand tower.
Yeah, he didn't have the likes of the Inferno Dragon. He didn't have a P.E.K.K.A of any sort. Mini P.E.K.K.A, obviously the P.E.K.K.A was banned. So there was just no way of dealing with that Golem whatsoever.
No.
Even Furnace is not really that good against Golem, to be honest with you. It just doesn't do enough damage to that Golem before it gets to it. So,
but that's the thing. The Furnace itself doesn't do enough, but with the combination of cards that the Clanking had, it did sufficiently well. Now Ralph is the one dropping the Furnace here, and the Ice Golem is going to be the response to this Furnace for now.
I'm predicting maybe, I can't really say at the moment, but I was thinking Expo, but we do have a Lumberjack coming in the back with the Ice Golem, so I wonder how this is actually going to play out. We've got Mega Minion well placed by Wrath, so that's going to shut down this completely.
Ooh.
Fireball going down, missing the tower though, so don't think that's a good
Oh
option.
no. And I don't think Clanking has what it takes to really defend from this push. The minions were set down, but it's just going, they're going to get blown up by the baby dragon. Now the Mega Minion takes down the Infernal Dragon by himself, and the Royal Giant is set to rain terror on Clanking's side.
Yeah, I think maybe Clanking just overcommitted a bit there, and Ralph just got that counter push off with the Royal Giant. But I mean, he missed the Mega Minion there, he missed the tower.
The Fireball was it was not cost efficient at all. Throwing down the Fireball just for the Furnace when you don't even know what your opponent is playing was a mistake in of itself.
Yep, we have got push coming in the right-hand side with the Hog, but I don't think it's going to get really much done. A few swings off, but not even close to getting that tower down.
A good thing that's coming in here for Clanking is that he has a really fast cycle deck in his hands, but we're still not in the on the double elixir point. He's already lost a tower. That's not a good sign for Clanking. And the second tower is under 1,000 HP. Royal Giants is putting in a lot of pressure, and Clanking does not have the right answers for it.
Yep, Raph has absolutely been dominating so far in this set, so it's crazy. Raph is doing such a good job. He even used his opponent's deck pretty much against his opponent, and is still beating him with it.
Almost, yeah. Now, we do see the Lumberjack being set down. 300 HP left on the right-hand tower. And we're going into the double elixir time. And I would expect a Hog Rider to be set down on that Rage Potion, but that's not going to happen. And there's no response yet again for the Royal Giant.
Yep, he's got the Inferno Dragon, but it's not going to be enough time to clear up that Royal Giant. Gets that right-hand tower down, easily taken down with that placement in the middle.
Oh, they're going to get dragged into the Furnace.
This is just not good whatsoever for Clanking. That Hog is doing nothing.
No, and it's an amazing counter here by Ralph. The last card in his deck was the Electro Wizard that just shut down the disruption, and it just disrupted the Infernal Dragon that was latching on to the Furnace. 2 towers down, and the closest Clanking has to take down a structure is the right-hand tower to 1,500. He doesn't have a push set up.
So we are pushing with the Hog again, but getting fireballed preemptively, that Hog, and it's getting nothing done to the tower. Hard.
Got 2 swings out, but that's only going to drop it to 800 HP. That's going to be game, set, and match for Ralph.
Really well played there, Royal Giant coming in, but that's just a good game. Really well played there, Ralph.
He was just flexing at that point.
He was. He's been flexing this whole tournament, actually. He's been spamming emotes and everything in the players, maybe it's putting them off a little bit. I mean, emote spam can really put a player off.
It does. That's why I personally usually mute them.
Yeah, I mute them all the time as well, because, I mean, at the start it's fun, you're spamming a little bit here and there, but as you kind of lose and lose and lose and lose, it's just,
yeah,
I would just mute them. So
now the thing is, I wonder what kind of a punch is put on Clanking's morale, because, I mean, Ralph shut him down completely. Clanking had no chance whatsoever, and it did not look like the Clanking that just played against TJ Trav.
Yep. So here we go. We got this Nightwish push coming in the left-hand side. I don't think this one actually got too much done. No, it was just nice defense from Clanking here.
It was.
Except from the...
But this is the turning point. The turning point where he had the double split going on. You had the Rage on one side. You had the Golem with the Dark Witch on the other side. I mean, Clanking was completely off rotation. The Furnace would have done a lot here, but again, it was not on rotation at all.
I mean, you saw how much bats were in there actually built up from the Nightwish. There was actually around about 8 bats behind that Golem, so there's no chance, unless you've got Zap on them, you're ever going to stop that push.
And then on this match, the Royal Giants had way too much value. It was just left alone for way too long, and it's going to be it wasn't a clean 2-0 in favor of Ralph.
Clanking maybe overcommitted with his Lumberjack. I mean, the Lumberjack was the thing that was going to take the Royal Giant down really fast. The Inferno Dragon obviously does take it down, but it takes time to build up, so the Royal Giant just gets loads of shots off there.
Yeah, if we look at Clanking's deck, it looked like he was going for a fast cycle type deck, but that wasn't the case. He had a medium fast cycle. It was half fast. It wasn't super fast. He had the Ice Golem, but he didn't have skeletons. He had the Zap, but he didn't have the Snowball. There was a lot more that he could have done if he wanted to really push the strat with the Lumberjack with the Hog Rider.
Yep, it's just, I think Hog Riders, unless you really, really, really know what you're doing, it's not really that strong card right now. You got Royal Giant you can pick from. You can get your really heavy tank decks.
I'll double down on that. Probably would have gone for the Royal Hogs myself. Because you can split the Royal Hogs and make it a double threat.
Yeah, I would say they're probably a better option than taking the Hog Rider. The Hog Rider has been around for so long, a lot of people know how to control it.
Yeah.
So unless you know your opponent cannot defend it with some sort of building or something along that lines, you're never going to get that Hog through. It's so hard to do.
And impressively enough, Ralph actually had the better rotation because he always had the Furnace up and ready for the Lumberjack and the Hog Rider. So,
so we've got Echo versus TJ Trav coming up next. So this is the two losers, I guess, of the last 2 matches so far. So they're going to have to really bring it back here. They're going to have to win this. I think they have to win another one after that, and then they can potentially get through. And I think they need Clanking.
They're 0-1. Clanking is 1-1. So the player that wins here is going to tie with Clanking, and then there's got to be another match between Clanking and someone else. So hopefully Echo. And Echo, if Echo does win against TJ Trav, he will progress and face off Clanking. Whoever wins that one is going to be declared the second. We can't really declare anyone right now because Raf is only 2-0. Yeah. So he could still lose a game, but
he could. Yep. But it is looking pretty good for Raf. But we're gonna have a look at the bans quickly from both players. So we got the Three Musketeers and the Prince band. Prince.
Prince. Okay, so Echo, if I'm not mistaken, Echo's the player that pulled the Lava Hound with the Prince trap.
Oh yeah, he did. Yeah, so he did. Yep.
So he wants to cut off the Prince, but there's other threats behind that Lava Hound. We could see the comeback of the Lava Balloon.
We could. We haven't. I don't think we've seen a balloon so far. Actually, we've seen a lava.
Not in Group A. We've seen balloons. We've seen balloons. Don't you diss me. We've seen balloons. You've seen my balloon. You've lost my balloon.
Yeah, once.
Doesn't matter. You lost it.
Just once. But there's this Three Musketeer bands. I like the Three Musketeer bands, but I would like to see some play with Three Musketeers because I feel they're really good in tournament play.
They are. The thing is, they're too good. They're easy to shut.
They're always banned.
They're semi-easy to shut down. You can fireball them and they'll drop really, really low. Anything can take them down. You sneeze on them and they die. But at the same time,
throw a snowball at them.
Yeah, they throw a snowball and they're dead regardless. And it's really there's many ways to take them down that they should be cost efficient. But not gonna be safe gameplay this time around. You're gonna get banned out. TG Trav on the blue side with Echo on the red side.
Yep, so we got Bandit coming in the back for the left-hand side from TJ Trav, so I wonder how he's going to back this up. I think they're just, again, just baiting out, just seeing what their opponent's going for. Echo looks like this splash. It might be Splash Shard, it might be Royal Giant Splash. We're going to have to wait and see what he adds into this deck.
The electricity is going down to stop the Baby Dragon with a Miner spam. So, Miner Bandit, we've seen this one before.
minor poison decks coming out.
Don't spoil us. We haven't seen a poison yet, but that is a graveyard being set down by Echo with a poison response.
Minions down as well to clear up the Inferno Dragon, so no damage actually going to get off here from Echo
a couple swings down.
Yeah, I mean the graveyard always gets a couple of chips, but
it wasn't relevant enough to really be a threat to TJ Trav's structure integrity.
Yep. I wonder if Echo's actually got freeze in his deck, but because TJ Trav has got the poison in his deck, it's going to make it so much harder for Echo to actually get his push off, I think, even with freeze.
It'd be interesting if he had freeze. I mean, if he does have freeze, however, I'd probably save it for a better option where poison is off rotation. Because if we look at so far Echo's elixir curve, it's pretty fast on the rotation itself. But TJ Trav only has a couple four elixir cost cards over Echo, so you should be able to reply every single time. There's a bowler, so it's an actual splash deck from Echo.
We have got the Barbadian Barrel coming in front as well, so the Inferno Dragon doesn't connect to the tower, but I don't think the Inferno Dragon really got much done there anyway, let alone even connect to the bowler. But we've got Mega Knight coming forward. That's easily going to take this bowler down, I think, but the Ice Wizard behind it's just going to slow everything down.
I personally don't like having utilizing the Mega Knight that far behind because you're cutting off half of its utility.
Yeah, you want to be dropping on something really big there, but if he allows that bowler to get over the bridge and the graveyard does go down, it just instantly take down this tower, even with the Mega Knight.
Now, this is the value of the Infernal Dragon that we were discussing this whole time. You just drop it in front of a bowler, you drop it in front of the Baby Dragon, he's going to shred through every single card. Now, the poison... I don't know. You have the Mega Knight down there. I don't think you needed the poison. You didn't necessarily need that poison, but it's there just to make sure the tower doesn't drop too low.
Yeah, I mean, they probably would have built up a little bit there, got a little bit more chip damage done, but, I mean, it's not looking that good for TJ Trav. He really needs to get some kind of connection into that left-hand tower. He's got that minor, but he's just not getting that full damage done.
Yeah, the offensive Echo, he's just chipping away at the tower. Even if he's doing little damage, he's doing some damage with the graveyard. And so far, it's enough to put him in the lead in this game. Another Mega Knight being dropped down.
So it's anyone's game right now still, though, because, I mean, Echo could get that graveyard off, or...
Oh, he's going to get a second dash from the Bandit.
Push. Yep, double back dash going on there, but that bowler just dealing with all the ground at the moment.
But in the meantime, you do have the Infernal Dragon just doing whatever it wants to do. With the Barbarian in the front line, you have the minions being set with the poison, so the defense might be solid, but still that little chip damage from the graveyard is going to be enough to extend Echo's lead here.
Yeah, I don't think TJ Trav is really in a good position right now, so he needs to get something done. Maybe go opposite lane, because I mean, there's no point in pushing to a Wizard plus a Baby Dragon as well, especially since your opponent has Tornado, we can just control everything.
The thing is, TJ Trav could be cycling through the miners, even saving a miner for the longest of times. It's just sitting there, cutting away a potential defensive card from TJ Trav.
Yep, we got poison going down in the graveyard again.
More chip damage.
Get a little bit of chip damage done. I think this is what he's aiming for. He just wants to chip away the tower. There's only 1 minute and 50 seconds in overtime to go, so he's not got that much time, but he might be able to take it down.
Just throwing Bandits in the back. Miner's still saving a slot in his hand, and the second card we're still being yet to see. Bandit's going to go in on the Ice Wizard. It's going to take it down easily, and it's going to get a dash off on the bowler as well.
I just don't think TJ Trav can get through this. Pushed up bowler every single time. He's just getting a lot of value. He's tornadoing everything together and just getting so much value out of this splash deck.
Exactly. There's yet another dash from the Mega Knight going in on the Ice Wizard. This could be the push that TJ Trav was looking for. He stacked enough bodies in the back, but the bowler is just having so much value. Look at the miner this time being used, chipping away at the tower.
That tornado again, that bowler and that tornado have done so much to help Echo defend this. He is actually losing a lot of HP on his tower on the left-hand side, though. He's actually caught up. I mean, TJ Trav might actually take this back. 878 HP.
Or could this be the first tie?
This could be our first tie.
We'll have to wait and see. My goodness, that bandit is going wild in the back.
That was 3 charges on that graveyard there. That was surprising, actually. I didn't expect the bandit to do that. I've never seen that before.
Oh, the last card on TJ Trav's lineup was a Zap. I mean, there's not much you could have used it on. You already have the Electro Wizard doing the job of the Zap, but gets a bit of an instant damage. Could be cycling it for extra chip on the tower. Miner can be ignored at 600 HP left on Echo's left-hand side tower. 17 seconds on the clock. This could very well be our first tie, ladies and gentlemen.
So we got Graveyard going down on the left-hand side. Poison
Oh,
going
no!
to pop it, but TJ Trav getting that bandit. And that bandit, that was so close.
Oh my! How do you throw this? Echo had it from the get-go. TJ Trav was just playing in the back.
He
For
had
the
so
longest...
much control there.
This
Till
was a
the end.
6-minute long game. 3 minutes of regular time plus 3 minutes of overtime. Well, didn't get 3 minutes overtime, but still.
I think that bandit played a huge part, though. It just charged everything and just got such a good job.
I think that was just a gimmick. It didn't really make a difference on the graveyard. The poison was already set down, so it was just going wild in the back. It was just fun to watch, but regardless, it did what it had to do. He stacked enough bodies in the back. He made that push twice in a row.
I honestly didn't think it would get through. There was so much
Me neither.
splash there, that tornado pulling everything back. But again, they just couldn't get through.
The thing is, the tornado backfired because you have 2 cards at dash on TJ Travis' deck. You had the Mega Knight and you had the Bandit. Twice I saw it happen where you
they
pulled the
jumped.
tornado, they jumped, he pulled the tornado, pulled them back, and allowed them to jump twice. That's going to double or triple the damage output of those cards.
Yeah, I guess you got to watch that. It's like even when you use a tornado, if they use it over their side, you can actually put something in the tornado to rush on their tower as well. So you've really got to watch your tornado
Yeah.
placement sometimes because it can just lose you the game. Even though you got that splash damage there, if those bandits charging through, you're pulling the bandits back, like say, or
Yeah.
forward, they can just go get a dash off.
All right, so pro tip here, if you want to place a tornado, place it just about close enough so we don't get a dash off of those cards.
Yeah.
Just
It's
recognize...
hard placement though, because I mean, there's
It
only
is,
a couple
it
of
is.
yards of a difference, and it used to be the bandit. I mean, I think they've changed it slightly now, but I used to even have less of a range with charging. It used to charge like the smallest little bit. It was crazy.
Luckily, it changed. In game number 2, TJ Trav is in the lead. Echo wants to get it back, though.
So we're starting off here. Both players not playing it. We've got Goblins going on the left-hand side, just a little bit.
Oh, Dark Prince.
Dark Prince.
The AoE Prince coming... Oh, we're pathing there.
My favorite card.
Yeah, oh, this could be an interesting push. Never mind.
Yeah, Mega Knight just showing everything down there. Oh, we got... Oh, well.
Double Prince deck coming in from TJ Trav. This
Yeah,
is
but
your
the
nightmare,
Prince,
isn't it?
The Prince is banned.
Oh, yeah, it is.
That's game over.
What?
Why
TJ
do these
Trav.
players
I
keep
didn't
doing
even
this? I don't
realize.
understand why they keep doing this. Why do they play banned cards?
TJ Trav. Unless there's a visual error, TJ Trav just threw the game because he utilized Prince. Yeah, the Dark Prince. You didn't need to use the actual Prince. I mean, Montic has been all over this. You either use one or the other. I think he forgot his own ban. After a 6-minute game, I had forgotten as well.
Yep, it seems right. So it looks like the Prince is definitely 100% banned. So TJ Trav loses the game, I'm afraid.
Well, you have to wait and see because I don't think either player realized the mistake the opponent made, and they're just letting it through. Again, reminder: it was a 6-minute game. Yeah, okay, it's a good game. Good game. They've been
just
properly
gonna start the game
warned.
over.
They realized, and that's game number 2.
I would like to know his
It's tied.
reasons for picking that card.
Oh,
though,
actually, no,
because
it's not tied.
he clearly knew it was banned. What?
It's not tied, I think.
No. No, it was
Oh no, it
1-1
is
now.
tied.
Yeah, it's
TJ tried to
1-1
take
now,
the yeah, so it is tied right now,
Echoes.
1-1.
Why do they keep doing it though? I mean, we've seen that. Well, we saw at the very start.
All right, I'm going to be 100% honest with you. If I didn't have the graphic in front of me, I probably would have forgotten as well. It was a 6-minute long game.
This is true. This is true. That was a really long game, actually.
It was.
Might just put him off a little bit. He's thinking, I'll go for that double Prince deck, even
Yeah.
though...
Even though I
think
banned it myself.
He banned it himself. That was the thing as well. It's not like his opponent banned it. He banned it, so...
It's just to go to the 3rd game. I mean...
I know, we'll just go straight into it. I mean, we've got to wait until they 3-crown each other, so I don't think that'll be too much longer to go, especially...
No, you have a double Prince push, so it's easy enough to 3-crown someone on a 3 Prince push. But again, reminder, those are the bans.
And if
You have the 3
ban
Musketeers
card,
and you have the
cannot
Prince.
use it yourself.
Exactly. That was the excuse that Ans utilized last time. He forfeited his he forfeited twice in a row.
Yep.
Where he used a card. He used the Sparky that he himself banned, and he said, "Okay, I didn't know that I couldn't use the cards that I banned."
So I'm just going to use 3 Musketeers in the second matchup.
And
my
that
opponent
was the
banned.
first card he immediately used. 3
Yep.
Musketeers, done.
Yep.
Dead and gone.
Oh, they need to read the rules. That's just, I don't know. I think that's just such a... I mean, you're competing. You're
happens.
competing to win one of the OnePlus phones and to join one of the biggest esports teams out there, and you're losing because of
Arguably one of
bans.
the biggest esports teams in Europe, for that
Yep.
matter.
Yep.
But I mean, live and learn, I guess. They've already learned from this one. They're going into game number 3 now. No shenanigans, no princes, no 3 musketeers. Rules are set.
I can see him.
It's 1-1.
I want to see him split 3 musketeers in the back. That's going to be his first play.
Oh man, that's a classic. Timeless classics, ladies and gentlemen. The Barbarian Barrel coming down with the Ice Wizard as a response as well.
Inferno Dragon coming in the back, so it looks like TJ Trav potentially going for the Splash Yard deck, and the same with Echo actually, both Splash Yard.
Haven't revealed that much yet. So far, it's a mirror match, ladies and gentlemen. So 3 cards have been revealed. All players are using the same type of deck.
So we do have the Royal Giant actually for TJ Trav, but Echo, I think maybe running the Graveyard. He was running Was he running Graveyard last matchup?
Echo was running Graveyard, yes. He didn't manage to pull through with the Graveyard. He got a little bit of chip damage because TJ Trav had the poison right on top of that Graveyard every single time. This time around, we don't really know what they're playing. The only difference we see is between the Bowler and the Royal Giant. There's 3 cards left to reveal from both sides.
That's a nice Barbarian Barrel there, baiting the Bowler and the Ice Wizard away, and Baby Dragon just clearing everything up there.
Yeah, right now TJ Trav seems to be better off on the Elixir cycle. Now, this is a play that I personally enjoy a lot.
Which one? The Tombstone?
Give me a second. No, not the Tombstone. Having the Infernal Dragon up against the Tombstone. Because when I'm on the Infernal Dragon side, I do like to have my Infernal Dragon a little bit more delayed. Kind of like a Golem strat, you know? Because you have a little bit more time when you're trying to take down the little skeletons. You're always delayed for like a couple of seconds. And you're allowed to, you have that extra time to really stack up behind the Infernal Dragon.
Yeah. Probably not the best play for TJ Trav then, allowing the Inferno Dragon to build up there, but we got the Royal Giant coming out for TJ Trav on the left-hand side and getting a little bit of chip damage on the tower. It's actually going to get a lot of damage on the tower. If that Ice Wizard goes down, the Inferno Dragon's probably still going to tank. It's still tanking for the Royal Giant. Royal Giant getting so much damage done, and Tornado completely missed.
That Tornado, I got the idea of Tornado. He wanted to pull the Baby Dragon onto the right-hand lane, but it was just on the edge. That's the problem with flying minis. You don't really recognize the hitbox that well, and that's a freeze coming down as well from Echo.
That is a freeze. Going to get a little bit more chip damage on this tower on the left-hand side from those skeletons. 500 HP on the left-hand side.
It's going to be a close game, though. That Infernal Dragon is going, that Royal Giant actually is going straight for that structure. 1100 HP left. Infernal Dragon is making good use of that Zap Laser.
It is.
Big push coming in from Echo as well.
15 seconds ago, we got the final potential Graveyard push coming in. I mean, TJ Trav does not have any poison, nothing along that line, so he cannot stop this Graveyard. It's going to be really hard for him to do it. So Echo takes the second game there. Really well played. It might not happen like that. TJ Trav didn't put the Prince down. He might have been able to win that matchup, but Echo pulling it off in the end.
You don't know. It was a thrown game, absolutely. So realistically, it's 1-1, but with that forfeit, it's 2-1. It's Echo who's going to tie for second with Clanking. Rolf still undefeated in the lead of Group A.
Yep, TJ Trav. I think he's completely out now. I think he's lost all his matchups, I think.
He's 0-2, yes.
0-2.
So far, he's 0-2.
So I don't think he's going to be able to get through to London. I don't think Echo definitely has a chance, and so is the rest of our players.
I have to wait and see as the night progresses. We do have access to replays to see exactly how these players duked it out. This was game number 1, the longest game.
Charge again.
Oh yeah, the six bandit charge. Yeah, this was the longest game so far in EE Mobile Series group stage.
Yep, it went down to the last couple seconds, but I think it was TJ Trav managed to pull off in the end. Yep. Do we have that bandit?
Ah, man, that would be cool. To see the bandit go wild in the back. 3 or 4 dashes it managed to pull off.
Even though it didn't do anything.
It did. It just cleared out a couple of skeletons regardless. But there it is. It's the final cycle. 9 seconds left on the clock, so a total of 5 minutes and 51 seconds of game.
Yep, that was a really long game. But, I mean, they were just pushing up each other's side, so they were just meeting in the middle basically, so it just took the full time to get through.
Yeah, and in this scenario, you just didn't have the answer for the Graveyard. Graveyard was banned in the last series, if I'm not mistaken, but in this series it was Princeton and the 3 Musketeers. Yep. Poison was not available. It was a Fireball. We discussed this on the first series of the day. The Poison versus Fireball. I mean, it's hard to guess which deck are you going to play against, but in this case it was against Graveyard. There was no Poison. There was only Fireball, and well.
Yep.
You reap what you sow.
We do. So we're going to go for a short break again. We're going to have TJ Trav versus Ralph coming up next. So we'll see you after this break. Welcome back to the EE Mobile Series in partnership with Fnatic and OnePlus. I am Motic, joined here by AC. We're going on to the final match now.
Final two matches, actually.
Final 2 matches, so.
Final 2 matches. So, a lot has happened.
It has.
Another disqualification. Have we gone through a group without having a disqualification?
I don't think we have, actually. I think we've had a disqualification every single group so far.
Maybe. So right now we're going to have Raw versus TJ Trav. TJ Trav, unfortunately, is...
I think he's out.
I think he's out, but he could pull a switcheroo here and ruin Raf's record. He's 2-0 right now, and if he manages to win a game against Raf, he's going to put him 2-1.
I think Raf
he could force a tie
solidly, though. I mean, he's hardly dropped the match. He hasn't dropped any matches.
It's true, but at the same time, TJ Trav has done pretty well by himself. He's always managed to pull a game from the series that he's lost, but ultimately he's not able to really hang on to it.
Yep.
And forfeit a game.
That's right, so we got the bans from Ralph and TJ Trav coming up. My words are just going all over the place at the moment. So we got Pekka banned from TJ Trav, and Ralph has the 3 Musketeers banned.
Yeah, 3 Musketeers versus Pekka, 2 really, really heavy cards. Both with their own utility, and...
We've seen these bans before. We might be seeing some Golem again, I guess, would probably be the option to go for. Yeah. And there's a lot of, it just brings a lot of decks out, giant decks, just different decks that are just not good against Pekka.
It's true. So we saw TJ Trav versus Echo. Not sure who utilized the Golem. I think it was Echo, but I could be wrong.
I think it was yeah, it was Echo.
I could be wrong here. Don't quote me on that.
He had the Night Witch in the back and he built up, and there was just no way to stop it.
Yeah.
I think it was Echo. I'm not 100% sure either.
Me neither. Regardless, don't quote me on that. We'll have to wait and see if TJ Trav has a Golem himself to pull out, because we do have the ban on the Pekka. But yet again, we have to restate that the Infernal Dragon has been a very prominent card in Group A, really.
The Infernal Dragon, yep, 100, yep. I mean, it takes out all your tanks. It's a really good card. And it's just got a load of HP as well and flying in the air, so it's really hard to stop. So we've got Bandit pushing on the left-hand side from Ralph instantly, but the Valkyrie coming down.
That's the debut of the Valkyrie here in Group A. I haven't seen it yet.
So, I don't think we've seen the Valkyrie at all. It's just not that strong a card. I mean, there's a lot of air going about. Like you say, Infernal Dragon, your Electro Dragon. This could be hard. TJ Trav coming out with maybe Arena 5-6 deck. We'll have to wait and see.
Oh, come on, don't diss me on that. They lost to an Arena 5 deck, but regardless, there's the Witch just dropping skeletons around.
2 decks that you don't really see in competitive play. Oh! But we got the Balloon coming in. The
Balloon, where's the Rage?
Is the Rage going to be going?
Give me a Rage!
No Rage.
This is it.
I don't think he's got the Rage. No.
But he's gonna get a bomb. This is gonna get a bomb off. It's at 1500 HP. That's a problem with Balloon. If you're not expecting it, it's going to tear through that structure.
This is, he must have honestly gone to Arena 6-7 Arena and just picked a deck.
Doesn't matter. It's working so far. He's got a tower down to 1200 HP. Now the mini Pekka pushing in with the Electro Dragon is going to be responded with the Valkyrie.
A little bit of Bridge Fam coming out with the mini Pekka and the Electro Dragon, but I don't think it's going to get anything done whatsoever.
It's just defense. There's some chip being dealt with the mage, but there's still 2 cards left. One of them I want to put my hands at. One of them is a Rage. But so far, a lot of damage being dealt to the structure. It's impressive. I'm impressed what do you call it, an Arena 5 deck can do.
Yeah. I think he's probably got some spells to finish it off with, maybe something like a Fireball Zap, but...
No, double down, it's a rocket in there.
It's a Rocket Rage.
A Rocket Rage Balloon deck, give it to me.
Well, it is. I mean, Raph has hardly dropped the game, and this is taking him on. This is a deck that you don't really see that much. I mean, I see it maybe a ladder every so often, but... not in this kind of match.
Will the Electro Dragon be enough to stop the Balloon? Because there's a freeze down and the Balloon is going to take down the tower.
Really solid freeze coming out from TJ Trav. That left-hand tower going down.
Oh, it's going, no!
No, not yet.
But it's going to be taken down low enough.
There. I think there was an Electro Dragon that actually stopped that second shot there with that last zap, so that was pretty close.
I'm so happy about this. In case you haven't been able to tell, I'm really happy about this. Now the Valkyrie is going to tank away the flying machine really well. There's a very... Oh, Balloon on the left-hand tower. Just to make sure it's going to die, even if it dies before it drops a bomb. The bomb that it drops is going to do enough damage to take down the rest of the tower.
That should easily be able to take down the tower. It doesn't look like Raph is going to be able to come back in this game whatsoever. And this deck, which I did honestly not think that would do anything, is just beat Raph, one of the top players of this part of the series so far.
I told you, TJ Trav has nothing to lose here, so he's just going for the Arena 5 deck, catching Roth off guard and taking at least one game away from him.
That was really well played by TJ Trav. I'm not gonna lie, that was it's not even in. There's no. It's not even close to the meta. There's nothing meta about that deck, and he dominated. Absolutely.
How do you play against that? I mean, the problem with these type of decks, with especially Balloon in general, is if you have the tempo advantage, you're forcing responses off your opponent. If you don't, you're playing in the back foot, and you're really not getting enough tempo to pull yourself back from the gutter. In this case, he had the advantage the whole time because he caught Roth completely off guard.
Yeah, he just couldn't do anything to that deck.
He forced
so surprised.
I know, he forced super clunky responses from Ralph. Yeah. I mean, I wonder what's going through Ralph's mind right now. How is he going to play against this? He's going to craft the deck specially for this?
I mean, his deck could have done well against that, but I think TJ Trav just played it well. Somehow. He started off with, I guess, the Valkyrie in the back.
Luck of the draw. It was a Valkyrie right in the front. Why not?
And he's like, yeah, let's go for a balloon.
1-0. 1-0 for TJ Trav here. Game number 2 is underway. Ralph again on the red side with TJ Trav in the blue side.
I'm so surprised at that. That was really well played. I wonder if he's going to go for the same thing again. I do actually want to see him. Let's see if he takes this 2-0.
They are leaking elixir and spamming emotes. That's how you play Clash Royale, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to see a mirror match of Golem versus Golem.
This could be one of those matchups. I think I've told you about it before, where they wait till double elixir before they play, but they are actually playing something now. TJ Trav coming out with his Witch, Skeleton Army, Valkyrie, Balloon deck, so we're going to have to...
You don't even have a name for this. Let's just call it a TJ Trav special.
I think Ruff is actually... he's got the counter, though. Oh, Mega Knight coming in the right hand, yeah. I don't think he had Mega Knight in his last deck.
He didn't. So it's already a different deck coming down. Bats also to support the Mega Knight. He's going to get a hop off. Yep. That's 500 HP down on the right-hand tower.
Loads of damage getting done to the right-hand tower. Ruff just can't defend TJ Trav's deck. This is something completely different.
Because how did he defend against it? Oh, he had the Infernal Dragon, but it was just off rotation. He was forced to use it now against the Royal Ghost.
Yeah, potentially would have been his...
Oh, it's a balloon!
Balloon coming
on Ruff's side. Range, give me range!
I think he's going to have the freeze here. He potentially might have a freeze. He's got nothing. TJ Trav has absolutely nothing to stop this balloon. If he doesn't stop this balloon, it's going to take his tower down solo. The freeze coming down as well.
What an MVP freeze. He knew about the bats. He waited for them, and he takes down a tower just like that.
That was almost like a preemptive freeze there. That was so quick from Raph. He must be playing on a OnePlus phone because that was some
with an EE mobile network.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no other explanation for that type of reaction, for that type of action really to come out from Ralph.
No, he can't be that smooth with that freeze, to be honest with you, without having a good connection.
Not gonna lie though, Ralph is just paying it off with the same type of response, except he made an adaptation. He does have a rage in there, but in the form of the Lumberjack.
Yep, we got double elixir now. TJ Trav has lost the tower, so he's gonna have to somehow push back here, and Raph is looking really strong right now.
That's a freeze coming down, a defensive freeze at that to try and stop the Mega Knight, and he does so successfully, stacking dragons up on dragons in that back line, now in the front.
I really like this defense. I'm actually going to use freeze a lot more defensively now. Just seeing these players playing the freeze like that, it's definitely a good idea.
It's inspiring.
It is really inspiring.
Regardless, though, it looks like Ralph has the upper hand on this one. Mega Knight is placed on the left-hand side, and look at that, it's the Hog Rider.
Hog rushing through, but the Inferno Dragon has connected onto it. Tornadoing the Hog Rider back, but that saved the Hog Riders from going down.
Oh, it doesn't get a less to swing. 7 seconds left on the clock, 1200 HP, and that's going to be game for Ralph. It's tied 1-1 right now.
I think maybe that first game, Ralph was just going to put off a bit. He didn't expect those cards to come out and TJ Trav taking the tower because Ralph didn't know what he was going for.
And the thing is, Ralph responded exactly with the same type of deck. Okay, he beat me with a balloon. All right, you're gonna get a taste of the same medicine. Yeah. So he went for the balloon as well. Why not? Balloons are winning. Balloons are MVP.
They are MVP. It's not
you can quote me on that.
Use, but it's a good card.
If you want to win against a guy with 5,500 trophies, you use a balloon.
Bloom and Rage. You can't forget the Rage.
Can't forget the Rage.
I think maybe you should put Freeze in your deck because Bloom, Rage, Freeze.
Don't you mess with my ideas, boy. If my idea is worth the work. Regardless, 1-1 in the scoreboard right now. I have no idea what's going on in this series.
I know. Well, TJ Trav just coming out with something that we have never seen in the EE series before.
Not gonna lie, this time around it was Ralph that brought in the lumberjack with the balloon with the freeze. That freeze coming in really MVP.
Yeah, that was
Can't overstate
really
that.
Yep.
Amazing.
It's just even the bats, like you put the bats down and then it was instant with that
It was
freeze.
immediate. He was already waiting with the freeze on the spot. Just, come on, throw me the bats. Come on, throw me the bats. Just pop. There goes the bats.
Yeah, it was so well played by Ralph there. I just wonder if they're going to go for balloon decks again.
I want a balloon. I want a balloon series, and on the third match, they better have a balloon. Third match underway then.
Right, so we got Ice Wizard in the back. So it looks like TJ Trav has maybe potentially switched to the Splash Yard Royal Giant Splash deck, potentially.
No fun. But maybe. I mean, back in the day, I used to use Ice Wizard on a balloon deck. But now this does seem like it's a pure Splash versus Splash type deck. We might see the bowler as well coming down from TJ Trav. No, it's a balloon!
Balloon coming in with
Rage!
the
I love it!
He is on it. He's just...
What is going on?
That freeze coming out from Raph, though. The nice control there did tornado, but is that balloon going to still get a shot on the tower?
Oh, nice Valkyrie there being placed on the bowler. Balloon
Bomb
doesn't get a
damage
shot,
getting
but
on
it does
the
get the
tower,
bomb.
though. Yep, does get the bomb damage.
It's a nice chip damage. I mean, it's not the same as dropping a bomb on the tower, but it's close enough. It's half the damage, really. This could be an amazing pusher from TJ Trav. Baby Dragon is gonna do a number on the skeleton army, and it's gonna take it down completely. 2 cards left to show on Ralph's side. 1 more on TJ Trav's.
Yep, TJ Trav looking pretty good right now with this Balloon Rage deck. I think he is watching the stream. He cannot put Balloon Rage in his deck without watching the stream.
I mean, theoretically, if Ralph has a balloon, he could also have Balloon Rage, and he does have the Lumberjack. It just costs 2 more than the actual Rage.
Here we go. Balloon coming in the right-hand side, going in with the
Valkyrie.
Valkyrie to tank in front.
And it's working. There's the Rage. The balloon has to circle around the Infernal Dragon, but the freeze is going to come on MVP on the defense here.
Yep, some really nice freezing going down, but the zap going down, stopping the Inferno Dragon to build up, and the balloon actually connecting to the tower again.
Yeah, but how are you
Raph
going to
needs
defend
stop
this?
that.
Oh, there it is. That's how you defend it. Oh no, the boulder didn't actually connect the boulder onto the Skeleton Horde, and the Barbarian Barrel might have come in a little bit too early here.
Still getting loads of damage on the left-hand side with the bowler, equalizing the damage now on one of the towers enemy.
Overall, Raph is... no, TG Trav is actually winning because he's got damage on both structures. There's another freeze coming in. MVP. Zap goes down, but it's not going to be enough.
No. Nope, not near enough this time. I think Raph is just kind of learning like what he's doing.
Oh, there's a balloon.
Yep, here comes the balloon.
And it's super well defended.
Splash our deck until that balloon comes out, actually.
You probably... okay. Balloon's going to get a swing on the tower, but good defense here from TG Trav regardless. Having the double dragon defense coming down.
Yep, Raph pulling ahead in tower damage at the moment, though, but he has got balloon coming from his right-hand side
and
with the rage.
Freeze is coming down, but the Valkyrie is defending, or at least tanking. Is going to reset the aggro.
There's nothing he can do against this balloon. The balloon's going to be able to connect to the tower one shot.
No, it's not. MVP tornado from Ralph.
That was really close. That was literally like millimeters away.
Oh man. Depends on the phone. If it's a
though.
OnePlus 6T, it is millimeters. But regardless, oh, there's another freeze. Man, the defensive freeze is coming in from Ralph. Super important here, defending against the balloon, but it's going to get swing off.
It is going to get swing off. There's nothing I don't think he can do. That is good game. TJ Trav takes this.
So,
yeah, I think you need to copy that deck. That's going to be your new deck.
My deck works fine. My deck works perfectly fine, all right? So, that's game for TJ Trav. Ralph is 2-1, and TJ Trav might still be in game, depending on how Clanking versus Echo goes out.
Yep. We'll have to see how Clanking versus Echo finishes this off. I can't beat Ralph, actually. I mean, Ralph did so well up until that point where TJ Trav just came out with random decks.
It's not random. It's Balloon Rage. How do you defend against that? You don't, especially if you're playing these meta-based decks. This is how it went down. I mean...
Well, if we look back last Tuesday, then you might learn how to defend. Right, so 1300 HP in the tower. This is where he got that big connection with the balloon and managing to take that left-hand tower down.
Mm-hmm. This was, this was game number 1 here between Ralph and TG Trav. It was really good, and the last balloon was an overkill. Wasn't really an overkill. He just wanted to get the bomb down. He knew he wasn't going to connect, but it was all he took. It was the Marty Dom bomb. Let's call it that.
Let's call it that. Yeah.
That was game number 1. But game number 2, I was really impressed with Ralph's prowess in his deck. Neither player wanted to show off what they were playing, so this was probably one of the biggest elixir overflow that we had.
Yeah, I think so.
Ah, man.
That was
We need a slow
really
motion
nice
replay on that.
Yeah, you didn't even see the bats go down there. They got taken down.
That's the thing. I don't feel like he wanted to get the bats. I feel like he just wanted to get a less tick on the balloon because he let the balloon drop as low as it could go before dropping the freeze. That's the point where he basically threw that in freeze and he caught the bats in the run as well.
Yeah. I think this is where, this is where the balloon connects on the right-hand side.
Connects
Just one shot
once,
off, yeah. But he just could never get that push again. And maybe his deck was just, I mean, TJ Trav actually had a really good cycle in his deck. His cards were a lot cheaper than Rav's, and he just couldn't do anything about it.
And I feel like even though the Valkyrie didn't have that much value in his deck, or at least against Ralph's deck, it did enough. It tanked enough for the balloon to be a relevant threat for Ralph here.
Yeah,
I mean,
that Valk played a huge part in that push.
More times than not, it was tanking the first tower, it was tanking the Infernal Dragon, and Valkyrie is bulky enough to be able to sustain that type of damage.
Yep.
And allow the balloon to have a clean alleyway to the tower.
Yep. He didn't really have anything small that chips away at that balloon. You know, he had Baby Dragon, he had Inferno Dragon, he had Tornado, but nothing really fast just to get in and finish that balloon off.
I do think he had the minions, but the minions were more times than not they were completely off cycle.
Yep.
He had no way to use them because there was always the Baby Dragon as well to chip away at those minions. So hard deck to play against, and TJ Trav with the Balloon Rage. He won!
Right, so we got our last best of 3 coming up. We got Clanking versus Echo to finish off this series. And finish off this part of the series completely until the 20th of January in London.
Yeah, so that being said, TJ Trav is out of the picture, but at the same time, he put Ralph in a very, very concerning position because now it's not about Ralph not making it. It's about the seeding right now because either Clanking or Echo are going to pass over to and win a OnePlus 6T. But Ralph is not guaranteed with the first seed right now.
He's through though?
He is through.
Yeah, he is definitely through.
He is 2-1.
We know that Ralph has won the OnePlus phone and he is going through to London.
Yeah.
And at this point in time, Clanking and Echo are battling it out.
They're both 1-1, and this is the last match of the night. So one of these players is going to walk out here 2-1, tied with Ralph. Tiebreakers, I am not sure right now how they're going to be settled, but the last game of the night is going to guarantee the winner a OnePlus 6T.
Yep. I would love to have that phone, to be honest with you. We played on it a little bit earlier, so
lucky for you, we're not playing tonight.
Yep.
So that's not gonna be.
Well, you need to come up. I think I'm 2-1 against you. I think so. I've already won the sets. I think I would be going to London if it was between me and you.
That's not relevant for the time being.
Yeah. This is the EE series. It isn't Motic versus AC. Right,
no.
we've got the bans for Clanking and Echo through, so let's have a look. So we got Inferno Dragon and Electro Wizard bans. So 2 cards that are, well, Electro Wizard is good against Inferno Dragon, and we know Inferno Dragon has been really strong so far.
Yeah, Group A, like I've already said this from the beginning, every group so far has had their little micro meta within it, and Group A's meta has been circulating around the Infernal Dragon and the Electro Wizard in response to that Infernal Dragon. What this leaves open is it leaves open the 3 Musketeers, it leaves open the Barbarian Hut, and it leaves open basically every splash based deck. So Ice Wizard with the Bowler, with the Baby Dragon, all that juicy splash is going to be available and able to run rampant really because all you have left is the Inferno Tower. And the Inferno Tower, what happens is the Inferno Tower is able to be taken down by the Bowler himself.
Yeah, well, yeah, kind of. But we do know that Ralph has actually come out top because he has beat Clanking and Echo, only lost to TJ Trav, so he is top place at the moment.
He is. For now, he is top place at the moment.
I think he's top place.
Regardless, he's top place.
Regardless,
So regardless, he is going to be the top player here. So seed number 1. Congratulations to Ralph. Didn't end up with a clean slate that he'd wish. TJ Trav with the all or nothing.
Taken down by the player who did not win a game hardly.
Doesn't matter. What TJ Trav did was a very brave push for glory. Yeah. He had nothing to lose. He had nothing to gain. He just had. It was just all about the honor points there, and he got all of them.
He did.
So someone get him a bag of honor. But right now, Clanking versus Echo, last best of 3 of the night.
Yep, Clanking versus Echo. Let's see what they play first. We got Mega Minion in the back coming out for Echo, coming up the right-hand side, and some Goblin Spit for Clanking. So just cycling through a little bit right now.
3 for 3 elixir, they're already overflowing. There's a giant being dropped here for Echo. In response to that, you have the P.E.K.K.A. Has been banned, but in this game in particular, it was left unbanned. And it's going to be used to respond to that golem. But
I like this move from Echo actually, because the Electro Wizard has been banned. The Sparky actually reigns here. So
it's true. That's actually a really good point. I mean, you saw the Sparky be completely shut down by the Electro Wizard. With no Electro Wizard, I mean, exactly. They're still the Electro Dragon. That's a new card.
Yep. That completely shuts it down as well. This is why Sparky is not good anywhere right now. We've got Electro Dragon, we've got Electro Wizard, we've got Zap. There's just so much counters to that Sparky.
It takes too long to charge up. It's too easy to shut it down. I mean,
and even this charge time has been increased. It used to be a lot slower than that.
Yeah, it deals less damage. Has lower charge time. His damage has been decreased substantially. But regardless, I mean, right now it's too easy. You have only one ban, and there's at least 3 different cards to shut it down. 4 different cards if we got Lightning. So Zap, Lightning, Electro Dragon, and Electro Wizard just completely shut down Sparky. In this case, Echo is just using Sparky defensively, and I guess that's the only thing you can realistically do with it.
Yep, I mean, I do like the choices from both players, because P.E.K.K.A., I mean, Clanking actually did ban the Inferno Dragon. P.E.K.K.A.'s a good choice then, and yeah, Electro Dragon banned as well.
Yeah, again, Sparky being utilized defensively here. You see the P.E.K.K.A., you throw down the you throw down Sparky as far away from Clanking side as possible, at least to get. Oh no, he's not gonna even get a shot off.
Nice loot away with the Giant, though, looting that Electro Dragon away and allowing that Sparky to actually hit the P.E.K.K.A.
And it was tanked out by the miners, so great defense again. I mean, it wasn't really a cost-efficient defense here from Echo, but it was sufficient to keep the P.E.K.K.A. at bay.
Yep, we got a lot coming down in the Dark Goblin, so no damage getting done by that Dark Goblin, and a little bit of damage chipped to Clanking, starting on the right-hand side. Sparky coming up now, but that Bandit is actually, I think it charges through before the Sparky actually shoots, but no, that's what happens.
Exactly, it charges through, gets a swing on Sparky, but immediately gets shut down. The problem is now Clanking is free to throw down the P.E.K.K.A. as he wishes, because the Sparky is on the left lane. So if the P.E.K.K.A.'s on the right lane, it's going to be free to rain terror.
That Dark Goblin, though, has got such huge range on it. I mean, taking down that Sparky before even getting close to that tower.
Curiously enough, the P.E.K.K.A. wasn't thrown down by Clanking. And Clanking is just splitting on the bridge. He's bridge spamming both bridges at the same time.
Echo looking really strong right now. We have really good defense here. I mean, he's taking hard lane damage on both towers, but we've seen this before where your opponent's been low and you've just got that big push, so anything can still happen in this game.
It's true. Now you have the Bandit on one hand, you have the Battle Ram on the other hand, immediately getting dropped by the Hunter.
Yep, Hunter doing a really good job of cleaning up that Battle Ram, but counter pushing now with the Giant, but P.E.K.K.A., is it a good option? Hunter does so much damage to P.E.K.K.A.
Oh, he's
close.
He's too far away for the Hunter to have maximum efficiency.
Yeah, just a little bit of splash off there.
Now the Sparky is going to be the real deal here. Deal with the P.E.K.K.A., but you have the Electro Dragon. He needs to bait the Electro Dragon away before it reaches into range of. That's a good option. Fireballing it away.
Yeah, really good zap going down, allowing the P.E.K.K.A. to get a bit of damage on that Sparky. I don't think the Sparky is going to get anything done, but this miner backing up.
You need something.
Oh! That preemptive log, really well played with the preemptive log.
Indeed, preemptive log just taking down the Goblin, but he's still got a shot off P.E.K.K.A., which means he has to recharge before we're actually getting some damage down to the tower. Ben is going to get a swing, but 1200 HP left in the right-hand tower. Both players still looking to split as much as he can. Echo decide, okay, it's time to start cycling fireballs onto the enemy tower. Otherwise, there's no way I'm gonna get around this.
Yeah, it does look good for Echo right now, but you better watch. He doesn't waste too much elixir. We got that Sparky up, we got it zapped, and the P.E.K.K.A. is gonna be able to take it down.
Oh, what are you gonna defend against the P.E.K.K.A.? He's gonna get a huge swing on the tower, but
this could be game coming out for Clanking. That P.E.K.K.A. getting one more shot. Oh, that is game. I told you, that was so close. I mean, Clanking looked behind there the whole time, but that last push of that P.E.K.K.A., I think it was the Fireball cycle, to be honest. I think that Fireball just didn't really do anything for
You wanted to cycle the Fireball to get some damage down on the Electro Dragon, but then what are you going to do with the rest of the defense? You have nothing to spread away your targets from the Sparky, and the Sparky was used a little bit too late on top of the P.E.K.K.A. P.E.K.K.A. had enough time to really swing it twice, actually, on the Sparky, and the Bandit just sealed the deal with the Goblin squad.
Yep, so really well played there from Clanking, taking a little bit of damage, but getting that huge push over the end, controlling that Sparky, and not allowing it to really get through to any of his towers.
Yeah, I mean, again, Sparky is, I personally, it's a love-hate relationship I have with Sparky. I really like it, but right now it's in a very bad position where it gets shut down by virtually anything.
Yep, rocket, anything to do with a wizard.
Anything that disrupts it. I mean, even the snowball can slow it down enough to prevent it from dealing any sort of damage to structures. So virtually any card that's short on the deck can stop the Sparky. But again, it's a card that deals a lot of damage when it gets the swings off, especially if you use it defensively, where it's really hard to disrupt it without using a premium spell.
I mean, I used to see a lot of Sparkies on ladder back in the day. You don't see them near as much now because there's so many counters to Sparky now. But back in the day when there was only like Zap, when there was no Electro Wizard, when there was no Electro Dragon, which was obviously recently released.
Most recent cards. They actually hinted at a new card coming out. And they said something about rushing through? Who knows?
I did see something, yeah. They said something about ramming through, so I don't know if it's going to be something
I'm thinking about
equivalent
ram,
to a battle ram. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, could be just like some sort of battle ram.
A hog rider, but instead of riding a pig, he's riding a ram. That'd be something.
Would be.
Could be.
We'll see what they come up with.
Right now, the players are coming up with Electro Dragon in favor of Clanking. Echo cycling into Miner. Get some chip damage on the left-hand structure.
Dark Goblin chipping away. We got the poison going down on top of the Dark Goblin, but not quite taking it down.
Oh, yeah, it's just a pinch away from that tower. Pekka on the bridge.
It didn't actually hit the tower either.
It didn't hit the tower. It was right on the edge. I don't think it was intentional, though.
We have got the Pekka coming forward. Nice Tombstone going down, but is it going to be enough to stop this Pekka? I think with Barb.
Oh, no.
Not at all.
It's going to get a swing off. Maybe even two swings. It's going to be super dangerous for Echo.
Charge off there as well. 20 HP left in the tower. Going to take a tiny spell to take the left-hand tower down.
Right. All the Clanking has to do now is just put pressure on the right-hand side, force Echo to defend the right-hand side, and even if he has snowballers, he doesn't need that. He doesn't even need that because the Spear Goblin is going to take him down by himself. MVP right there, that big boy. Get him a medal.
Looks like Clanking is going to go through, but is Clanking going to have enough anti-air to stop this Lava Hound going for a push with the Battle Ram? Got to get a full connection as well.
That's the problem with the Lava Hound. It's what we talked about. You either have the rotation to deal with your opponent's defenses, or if you use the Lava Hound just like that, your opponent's going to have everything up to defend it with. And the Prince Lava Hound, the Miner is used to chip damage away. The Lava Hound barely deals any damage to the structures, but you have the big card here, the Flying Machine.
We got the poison going down though, so the poison should completely clear this up. Zap going down the Flying Machine, so but still quite a bit of damage taken in his tower, but it's still a minute to go. Clanking, actually looking at his deck, has only got Goblins plus the Electro Dragon to actually take down the Lava Hound, so he's not really got a huge amount of anti-air, so you never know, Echo could get a 3-crown push going off here, potentially.
It probably was the best, it would have been the best idea here, going for a super aggressive back instead of trying to deep push on Echo's lane. It's the same premise as you would play, as if you were playing against the Golem deck. You want to out-push it before it gets to your structures because it's really hard to defend against it. Now, the push is being made nonetheless. Right-hand tower is at 500 HP.
Telling you, we got double Lava Hounds coming down the right-hand side.
Oh
this
my
could
goodness!
Be the 3-crown push that he needs because he's got so much built up here. But the poison going down the right-hand side, a little bit more chip damage. You've got 5 seconds to go. Who could win?
You have a zap. You have a zap, and it should be more than enough. Or will it come enough? Yes, it will.
Oh, that was so close. That huge build-up from Echo at the end. I honestly looked like Clanking was going to lose that with that push going down, but Clanking pulling it off in the end. Really well played.
I mean, I would be freaking out if I saw 2 Lava Hounds coming in my way with a Flying Machine. I mean, Nerves of Steel from Clanking.
That's huge pressure.
Saving the rotation, or actually cycling the poison in the enemy structures with the zaps as well. That zap came in on the right point. I mean, he knew what he was doing. Realistically, he knew what he was doing. Clanking takes into the 2-0 and moves out of Group A in second place, right behind Ralph.
Yep, wins himself a OnePlus phone as well, and a trip to London for the finals.
It's not exactly the finals. It's the double elimination tournament that will eventually lead to the final.
Oh, okay.
Which in turn will get you a spot on the Fnatic roster. Gaming house, all expenses included.
Yep. That seems like an amazing prize, to be honest with you. We're going to have a look at the replays from these 2 players.
Man, I wish the Sparky was better.
Yeah. Well, I think it's just Electro Wizard and the Electro Dragon. Unless they change those 2 cards, the Sparky's never going to be good.
Yeah, but the thing is, you can't really say that those cards are actually broken. They're meant to do what they do, which is zap, disrupt.
They're not broken, but they're broken against cards like Sparky.
Yeah.
It's cards like that that just never get used purely because of those retarget cards.
It's unfortunate. The best buff they could give to Sparky is basically make that a Zap or Electro Wizard attack wouldn't drop down to 3 levels of its charge, would just drop 1. That would be a decent enough buff, I guess.
Yeah.
But it's all in the idea world. But this push here, man.
This was the closest part. But that Poison Zap, Clanking holding onto the Poison Zap, not defending this except from just units, knows he needs spells. But that's
just
close.
tanking enough. He had to look at that. That was super deadly.
Close.
2
Really
Lava Hounds, 2 Flying Machines. That's a double Musketeer. Flying Musketeers fundamentally threatening your tower. And we all know how fast the three Musketeers take down a structure.
Really, yeah, extremely fast. Well, I think they're pretty much the most damaged almost in the game. I think 3 Musketeers.
I am unable to tell you.
Yeah.
No, they're still behind in my balloon.
Well, with your rage, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, of course. But if you rage up the 3 Musketeers now, that is scary.
It is. It can be, but you don't see that often. Maybe give you a new deck you can come up with.
Look, it's been working. It worked for TJ Trav. I'm sure it'll work for other players in the future. Who knows? Regardless, congratulations to Ralph. Congratulations to Clanking.
Yep. We're going to have a look at the standings right now.
We're going to be the last 2 players to join the other 6 in the final double elimination tournament.
Yep, so we got Group A, Raf, Clanking going through. Group B, Dead plus Ben. We got Group C.
Thunderstruck and Will, your favorite players. Thunderstruck, they're passing over with flying colors. And on Group D,
I think he will win. I have a strong feeling that Thunderstruck will win.
We'll have to see because he has to go through Tom and Big Bad Julesy.
Yep, and Ben as well, I guess.
And Ben as well. Wait, who? Yeah, Ben. Yeah, exactly. Ben and Dedo, Raf and Clanking. Group A has been the closest group of all groups. I'd have to say nobody went 3-0. Nobody went 0-3. TG Trav managed to get his honor points off, and he did it with flying colors.
Yep.
So
beat Raf, who pretty much didn't even drop a game whatsoever.
He didn't. But wait, no, he did. Wait, what did you say?
Except from TG Trav.
Ah, okay, there you go. There you go.
That's what I meant. That's what I meant.
There you go. So Raf did drop the game, and he dropped the series for that matter. But that's going to be our 8 players. Congratulations to passing into the final best double elimination tournament. It's going to happen live in London on the 20th.
Yep, 20th of January. So we will see you guys there.
Are you okay?
No, yeah, I'm fine. So thanks a lot to EE Mobile Series for actually hosting this event for us, for OnePlus and Fnatic as well. So thanks a lot for this tournament. We will see you guys on the 20th of January in London.